Hi everyone, what is up and welcome back to my channel. My name is Ella and in today's video I am going to be reviewing The Ordinary products. Before we get into this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and follow me on Instagram. My handle is ella.houghton. And without further ado, let's get into the video. So a little preface to what my skin is like. I actually usually have very bad skin. I have had spots and acne since I was like 14, up until I went on the contraceptive pill at 16. I'm now not on that pill anymore, and so my acne and spots have come back. I also get very bad scarring on my cheeks, and it's not ideal. I've got to be honest, it's really not ideal. So I was on the hunt for some products that would help me sort of deal with that and sort out my scarring and acne. And many people said The Ordinary, not just because of the price point, but because the ingredients were actually amazing. So I opted to try quite a few of their products, not all at the same time, can I just add. These were tried at different points and like in different combinations so that I could work out what was best and what worked for my skin, because I appreciate you have to give, you know, skincare time to work. So the first product that I gave a proper good go was the Niacinamide 10% plus Zinc 1%. In my personal opinion, I think this is what has primarily got rid of my spots. Now the texture of this is very strange. It's very like water based. Doesn't feel creamy. It doesn't particularly feel moisturizing. It is very much just sort of soaks into your skin straight away. This is specifically a high strength vitamin and mineral blemish formula, so it is specifically for those with spots. And once you put it on, you wouldn't really know it's on, if that makes sense. It doesn't have a fragrance to it or anything like that. I've definitely noticed a significant difference since using this though. I actually do not have any spots right now. I only have scars left, and I genuinely think that is all due to this product. I cannot recommend this highly enough. If you are suffering from spots, then I genuinely think this is like a godsend of a product, and I highly recommend trying it if nothing else has worked for you, because also it is honestly so cheap. And I mean, you can get bigger bottles of it. This is the 60ml version. I've just bought a second bottle because I absolutely love it, and I couldn't recommend this highly enough. The next product that I want to talk about is the Hyaluronic Acid 2% plus B5. Now this is a hydrator. Hyaluronic acid is known for its hydrating benefits. One thing I will say about this, I have repurchased this because I do really like the way it makes my skin feel, but it does leave kind of like a film over your face. I can't explain it. It feels like a film. It feels like something on your face once you put it on, and it's got a very like syrupy texture. Let me see if I can show you. Okay, so I don't know if you can see, but it's very like sticky. Can you see that? It's very sticky and very like, well, just syrupy. That's the only way I can explain it. I think the only similar texture I can compare it to is like maple syrup, but it doesn't dry down sticky. It just feels like a bit of a film once it's dried down. I have noticed that my skin's texture has improved massively since using this though, so I am going to continue using it. I would just warn that it is like that. So sometimes, like maybe if you wear certain types of makeup, it can go a little bit strange, or if you mix it with an oil, which I'm going to move on to talk about in a moment, it can also go a bit weird and sort of ball up on your face. So the next product I'm going to talk about is actually for your eye contour and like under your eyes. It's the Caffeine Solution 5% plus EGCG, and this is to reduce the appearance of eye contour pigmentation and of puffiness. Now I really like this product. It feels really hydrating. It's kind of like, so it's in a different colour bottles to the other ones, as you can see, and it kind of like has this like yellowy sort of appearance, and it's kind of like gel-like, I'd probably say. Gel, not quite oily, but like it's very hydrating, and I really enjoy the way this feels on my eyes. And I have noticed a difference in the pigmentation under my eyes. My eyes don't look as dark, and the fine lines are definitely reduced when I use this. The only thing I have with this product is that, I don't know if you can see, I'm going to zoom you in, but this product sort of gathers like residue, and like you can see inside the lid, it like gathers this sort of like crusty residue, and I just cleaned a load of it off actually, so that's not even as bad as it normally is. It can like really build up thick, and the only thing I can compare it to is kind of like lime scale. I don't actually know what that is, and it's kind of gross, I'm not gonna lie. It grosses me out. It's got a horrible thick kind of lime scaly texture. I'd imagine that's got something to do with what happens when the product oxidizes, which is why I think it's in a darker bottle, and like you should keep it airtight, because I think otherwise the whole thing would sort of turn into this crusty lime scaly mess. But overall, I really recommend this product, and I've definitely noticed a significant difference. The hyaluronic acid, niacinamide and caffeine solution are all about £5 each, so really you can't go wrong. The next product I want to talk about is the Ordinary Lactic Acid 10% plus HA. Now this is a direct acid, it is a peeling formulation. You are meant to leave it overnight. It does say that you can use it every day. So out of all of like the peeling formulations that the Ordinary do, this is probably one of the milder ones. The one thing I would say is that this is probably a bit too mild for my skin. My skin needs a bit of a bit more of an exfoliation than this gives me. I don't really notice a particularly big difference with this, but I'd imagine that if you have sensitive skin, then this would be good for you. You know, if you can't use the stronger direct acids, I would say lactic acid is a good shout for you. And they also do this in 2 different strengths. This is the 10% one, but you can actually reduce it down to 5%. So if you have really sensitive skin, then that might be a good shout for you if you want to try out chemical exfoliation. But for me, I probably won't be using this anymore. I'll probably give this to my mum because it's not my fave out of the whole range. The next product I want to talk about is the Ordinary Organic Cold Pressed Rosehip Seed Oil. So this is a little bit more expensive than the other products. This retails at £9, which I mean is still ridiculously cheap for skincare, but just compared to the other things, this is slightly more on the pricey side. This is primarily used at night time. You're only meant to use a few drops on your face. Obviously, because it's oil, it is quite greasy like on your hands, but it does actually absorb very quick and it doesn't leave your skin feeling greasy after you put your moisturizer on. I do find this very balancing, you know, after all like the acids and the hyaluronic acid and the niacinamide. I feel like putting this on really just like soothes my skin, if that makes sense, and I definitely feel like this has done an amazing job at reducing the scarring on my cheeks. I do think that this is a really good product, especially if you've got scarring like me. Like I had some mad scarring on my cheeks and I have definitely noticed a difference since using this product, so I would highly recommend the rosehip oil. Also, I've got particularly oily skin, and honestly, like, this hasn't made my skin more oily and it's actually worked really well for me. So don't be worried about using face oils if you've got oily skin, because I was, but actually it's fine, and I've noticed that my skin texture has significantly improved since using this oil, so it might be a shout for you. And then finally, I feel like this product needs no introduction. It is the Ordinary AHA 30% plus BHA 2%. Now, for the longest time, I could not get this for love nor money. This was impossible to find on the internet. Finally, though, the Ordinary's mother website, Deciem, sort of was selling some, and I jumped on that, and I was like, oh my god, I need to get that. This is one of the scariest face masks I have ever used. It looks like actual blood. Like, I'm going to show you a little bit now, but it actually like is like a deep red colour. And when you put it on your face, it looks like blood as well. I have to say, it's not the most attractive looking face mask, but it definitely is one of the most effective face masks I've ever used. So with this product, I would say they say not to leave it on for any more than 10 minutes at a time, and I completely agree with that. It does sting on your face and it does begin to make your face feel very hot, but that doesn't necessarily mean it's reacting with your skin. It just means it's sort of doing its job and chemically exfoliating. It's obviously a very high concentration of AHA, which is a chemical exfoliant, and I have to say that after using this, my skin feels so smooth, like so smooth, and instantly, I mean straight after, you can see a difference in the scars and the texture of your skin. It's crazy. It's a million times better than any scrub could get your skin looking like, and also it's a lot less damaging than scrubs. I don't know if you can see, but it does just make you have that sort of glow from within. Like even from under my makeup, I feel like you can just see that my skin looks really glowy, and I would say that is because of this. I would recommend this. I would say that if you've got very sensitive skin, to maybe, you know, be careful with this one, only because it is very strong and it can sting, and I don't know how that would react if your skin reacts to stuff quite a lot. But for me, this is definitely a thumbs up. If you can get a hold of it, which good luck, I would get a hold of this because it is absolutely brilliant, and for the price point you just really can't go wrong. The one thing I just want to say before I finish talking about the acids is that you need to use an SPF if you are going to use direct acids or any of their products really. The thing they say on the bottle is that, so basically using direct acids can affect your skin's vulnerability to sun exposure and aging and sunburn and that kind of thing. So they do recommend to use an SPF. I don't use their SPF. There's not really a particular reason for that. Personally, I think the SPF is too low because they don't sell one higher than 30 at the moment. So I've got the La Roche-Posay 50, SPF 50, and I use this every single day after my moisturizer, and that's how I do that, so that I don't get wrinkly, because nobody wants to be wrinkly. And finally, it's not skincare, but I thought it would be worth mentioning just because I love it so much. I have tried the Ordinary High Adherence Silicone Primer. This is the best primer that I have ever used in my life, and I'm not even trying to be dramatic. This seriously is one of the best primers I've ever used. This primer makes my makeup last all day and night. Like, I have put this makeup on 8 hours ago, no longer than that, 10 hours ago, not retouched my makeup. Can we talk about that? Can we talk about that? My makeup, like, you wouldn't know, do you know what I mean? You wouldn't know it's been 10 hours. So yeah, highly recommend. This is genuinely a good makeup product. It's literally around £3. £3. And it's like the best one I've ever used. Doesn't have a fragrance, doesn't ball up on your face. It's a nice creamy texture, but makes it last all day. Could not recommend this highly enough. Okay, so that just about rounds up my review of the Ordinary products. Overall, I have to say, like, I give the range just like a 10 out of 10, to be honest. Obviously, like, I'm not a fan of everything and I won't be repurchasing everything, but I definitely think that there's stuff in here that, you know, something for everyone on the Ordinary, and the price point is so good, it's so affordable, and compared to so many brands, I just feel like they're so honest with what they have in their you know, range. So I feel like you can't really go wrong with how sort of, I mean the products in here are just absolutely brilliant, and you can't really argue with that. I also just want to say that they have so many more products on their website as well. Like, they literally have like so many different combinations, different types of acids, hydrators. This isn't even the tip of the iceberg, but this is just the stuff that I thought would work for me, and I have to say that I will be repurchasing a lot of these because I just love them so much, and I love the way it's made my skin look and the way it's made me feel. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and hit the subscribe button and the notification bell if you would like a notification every time I upload a new video. If you'd like to follow me on Instagram, then my handle is @ella.houghton. Follow me on there for all the most up-to-date information on what is going on in my life, and follow me on TikTok. My handle is @ella.houghton and the last O is a 0. Comment down below the video that you'd like to see me film next, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!